Well, I don't have to. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Good evening, Melrosians, the world over. I'm Tom Catalini,
I'm Tom Shampoo.
And I'm Jen LeClaire.
and this is Let's Talk Melrose. Melrose, a show where Melrosians talk to Melrosians about Melrose. And I can tell you for an absolute fact, it is a beautiful night in Melrose this evening. It is cool, crisp, and clear. And I'm just walking around the neighborhood enjoying the fresh Melrose air.
Beautiful.
Finally,
Hey,
summer has started while it's almost ended.
yeah, no kidding, right? So, Tom, you're almost out strolling around in the summertime, is what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like my own personal summer stroll. So I got to do that with like a few hundred or 1,000 people last
Nice.
Friday, which was a lot of fun. But I'm having so I'm trying to relive
own
last
summer
Friday. You made it down to the summer stroll last week, right?
I did. I think we all made it down to the summer stroll. It's always a fun event. I love the event every year, I have to admit. I think it's a great balance of commerce, the Chamber of Commerce folks coming out, the restaurants bringing food outside, drinks outside, and people being able to share time with each other and just have a nice night. And the weather was perfect, which was great. And then there's music this year. So, Tom, you and I played a little bit, but you played for a while on stage number 2. I'm just numbering them by my own way, but so there were 4 different stages playing music. Lots of folks were there. It was a fun night. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, it was great. Shout out to Stephanie and team, Stephanie and Kelly.
Absolutely, Stephanie Nelson.
Yeah. Stephanie and at the Chamber, and Tim Kachansky for organizing the stages and the music, and Tomcat, you did some of that too. I feel like it's growing and it gets better and better every year. I think the businesses each year get a little bit more tuned in to the benefit of this, and they're doing a little bit more. They're coming out under the street a little bit more each year, doing a little bit more programming each year, and so then that's cyclical. It just gets better and better, and there's more to do. There's more to eat and drink. You're not standing in lines as long, stuff like that. So yeah, I had a great time. The music was phenomenal.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful night. So yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. We had those 4 stages, and then we tried something a little bit new and different on our stage. We did we played some music with the Honeybees, but we also invited people to come up and jam with us or perform their own set of music. So that worked out very well. So we were there from 6 to 9 the whole time. So that's mostly my summer stroll experience was on that Foster Street block. A lot of fun. You could dip into the Knights of Columbus for a little air conditioning, grab a drink at the bar. Outside in the street, we had, I forget what it was, something like 4 or 5 vocalists join us. We had Tom Shampoo on saxophone. We had Matt Dugan on trombone. We had a great harmonica player, John Boutte, trainer. And so it was just a blast. We also had somebody who sort of on the spot was a drummer in the crowd who's like, hey, can I come and sit in for a couple of songs? And we did that. And then we had the Dave Martin Experience, 51%, perform a set. And it was really, really a lot of fun. And it was a new experiment that I think worked pretty well for the first time.
Yeah, it was. It's great. Yeah. That was a great. I also spent most of the time kind of down there. Also spent a little bit of time hanging out outside Rising Eagle. They had some good stuff going on. They had the tables
some tasty food, yeah.
Yep.
That table looks fantastic in front of Rising Eagle, and they posted on their Facebook page another picture of it today, and it was just like you kind of want it there all summer.
It's a great spot.
Yeah, it's like how it should be in the summer. Like you just can wander out and people are outside eating and drinking. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Okay,
we should mention.
Like, did you just not stop strolling, Tom? Have you just not been home? You're just getting home now from the stroll? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, so yeah, it was a little dark and lonely in the wee hours Friday and Saturday night, but that's my new motto: keep on strolling in Melrose.
There you go, baby.
There you go. That's good.
I was going to mention that we should talk about our guest tonight, who's joining us momentarily. Our own Bill Butler will be joining us in a few minutes. We can bring him on now, I guess, right? There's no
Do
reason
we know
to.
that?
Let's bring him on now.
Let's
Oh,
bring Bill on now. There we go, man. But why
Hey.
wait? Why people? The people.
We weren't sure where you were, Bill Butler.
The people do
Tom.
not want to wait for Bill Butler, man. They want to see him right away.
That sounds fine.
Hey,
How
Bill,
you
how you
doing,
doing?
everybody? What's
Good.
going
Thanks
on?
for joining us.
Thanks for having me on. This is fantastic. Can you hear the dogs are
Oh,
really
hang-
pumped up.
Hang on,
Dogs are so
hang on,
excited.
hang on. We have another special guest. We have another surprise guest on the show tonight. This is what happens when you stroll around Melrose. Dennis Sampson, say hello to the people.
Oh my God!
Yes.
I realize we're live in action. It's all good.
Where's the lights? The talent lights.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, he's on the way.
Poor Tom.
Poor Topper.
Hello, Bill Butler. I don't even know how to introduce you. This is Bill Butler of Leading Edge Realty, of The Scoop, of BB Estate, of Rotary, of the Melrose Gala, like Melrose Memorial Hall Gala. There's nothing that you don't do.
I would say is Bill Melrose Butler is joining us tonight.
Yes.
I'm blushing. I'm so
I
blushing.
like that. I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
So
but
we
yeah,
brought you
thanks
on
for having
early
me.
because we're going to talk about all the things with you.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm down.
Awesome.
Yeah. That sounds great. Where should we start? Where does one start?
Well,
We should. Bill and I haven't really talked. What's that?
Go ahead. You start, Tom.
I was going to say, Bill and I haven't really talked post beer garden. Bill was instrumental in the beer garden happening, and we have another one coming up October 1st is our tentative date. We'll see if that's going to work out, but we're trying to do another one in October for Oktoberfest. Should be exciting. So yeah, Bill, you've got your hands in everything. It looks like. I mean, you're always involved in stuff.
Well, like I said, Tom, we're just now figuring out the place for the Tom Shampoo statue by the.
It needs to be a like Mount Rushmore. It has to be a series of heads.
You did a lot of heavy lifting there, my friend, and the city's grateful for. Unintended. The city's grateful for you, and the trustees at the State are also very grateful for. Having that landmark here and that resource here in Melrose shared with, I think, a lot of people who really didn't know much about it.
Yeah.
So it was a great opportunity for them to learn more about the BB Estate and what we, the opportunities there and what we provide, and especially the artistic cultural center that it is. So we're just super excited for October 1st and the next one, and bigger and better things to come. But what an amazing event, and successful event that I think over-delivered on a lot of people's expectations.
Yeah, I think so too, but for a whole bunch of reasons. Again, the weather is always a factor, but it was a beautiful day. It's just a great crowd. We had music there as well. So I want to shift quickly because you mentioned the BB Estate, and while we're talking about that, I drove by this morning. I went into my office at Cafe Nero for an hour this morning, and then I was on the way home, and I noticed that there was a bunch of parents with small children, maybe 1 or 2 years old or so. So I didn't know if that was an organized group of people that meet there on the lawn every week. Like, what's that all about? Because I was really impressed to see it being used in that way as well. Yeah,
that's a group called Music Together.
Cool.
And they have classes there at least once a week. And it's, parents bring their kiddos, and I haven't actually really seen any of the classes. I can't really speak to exactly what they're doing. But every chance they get every opportunity they get a chance to be outside, they're going to be outside. And I think it's just kind of learning through music, and little kiddos getting used to other little kiddos in group settings and things like that.
Yeah, nice.
I can't remember the name of they used to run out of Melrose, and now I think they've moved. I can't remember the woman's name, but she has a background in like music therapy, and early childhood arts education, stuff like that. So yeah, they're a really impressive organization.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's they've been a tenant of the BB for several years now. So
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Yep.
Great. So, all right. So we wanted to talk to you mostly about the gala coming up in October. So let's start maybe there if folks want to
Do
do
we
that.
have that
And then-
great picture? I ran into I ran into Bill and Heidi. Roman music therapy. Thank you.
Thank
That's
you,
what
Melissa. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
You ran into, you said, Jen?
I ran into Bill and Heidi at the summer stroll, all dressed up and looking hot in
Right.
very
boy, were we hot.
yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Nothing
So
breathes like polyester.
Do we have that picture?
I don't have the picture. I never
Okay.
saw that.
It's worth me. Oh, really? Okay. It's worth me
Did
doing the like cheapo version of this. Here we
We made
go.
the AP wire, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Oh,
look
good.
at that.
Yeah, you can see that.
Oh,
Perfect,
I did
Jen.
see that. Yeah, it's nice.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We had a great time. We wanted to be out at the summer stroll, obviously more than anything else to generate awareness for the Melrose Memorial Hall Gala, which we should probably talk about exactly what it is and what we're doing.
Yes. And when it is.
Why it's important?
Yeah, absolutely. So Melrose Memorial Hall is the big gray building next to the fire station and City Hall downtown. It has been in existence since 1912. It was built as a memorial to the soldiers and sailors of the Civil War, which a lot of people don't realize. Obviously, then is a memorial to all veterans based in Melrose. And it is host to various community events, everything from I've been to countless dance recitals of my daughter, Bridie, which have been fantastic there. Lots of dance recitals. Obviously, the Melrose Symphony Orchestra plays there.
Mhm.
They have sporting events there. They have
Wrestling. I went
Wrestling.
a couple of years ago to the wrestling match. It was unbelievable.
Wrestling.
Home
Wrestling.
of the
Fundraisers.
home of the Melrose Youth Ballet Nutcracker every Christmas.
Right.
Polymnia Choral Society
Right.
does their big concerts there.
We had the Iftar event there earlier this year. Iftar celebration.
Beer and Bites is held there. The Melrose Arts Festival.
Arts
is there.
Festival. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it goes on and on.
The,
We actually saw
the,
a Bruce
uh,
Springsteen. We saw a Bruce Springsteen cover band there a bunch of years ago. It was fantastic.
Oh yeah, they got the Tom Petty cover band.
Yeah.
The Knights have a couple. Melrose Knights of Columbus have a couple concerts there. So it's a great resource for the community. And sadly, if you've been in the building, you know what I'm talking about. The interior is literally crumbling before our eyes. And the challenge has been the roof. And in the past, they would fix the interior and then the plaster would start to crumble and melt and fall off and just completely decompose in front of us. And finally, they got I apologize, I'm not sure if it was a grant or a bond to fix the roof, over $3 million to fix the roof. So the roof should be completed, by the end of the year. And then once that envelope is taken care of, now we can go to work on the inside. And the Friends of Melrose Memorial Hall was originated to kind of start the process of beautifying the inside of the hall. And so the Friends of Melrose Memorial Hall have been together since 2019. COVID hit, kind of disbanded for a while, obviously. Got back together about a year or so ago and thinking of different ways to raise money. And I kind of, opened up my mouth and said, hey, wouldn't it be great to have like a real fun kind of black tie event? And everyone's like, Yeah, great idea, Bill. Go and run
It's
with it.
all
Do
yours,
that.
man.
Yes, do that.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what happens.
Like,
So-
it's not my wheelhouse at all. The
But
idea,
there is
But you
went
guys
ahead
put
and,
together great. I every time I go out, I hear somebody else saying that they're on the event team. You guys have a great team.
Yeah.
So we definitely we started putting together a team. The first thought, okay, there's no way this is going to happen unless I can recruit a certain individual who is a masterful project manager. Her name is Sina Downs. She's a local Melrosian here. We had planned a 5K run together for a few years at our kids' school, and she was just amazing at it. And that's what she does as a profession. And she is just, and this would not be happening without Sina. So Sina, I recruited her at our daughter's basketball game. One day I just kind of sat and I'm like, hey, I got an idea, need some help, putting together this event for this landmark that needs help. She said, I get back to you. And then she finally got back and said, all right, I'll do it, but I'm not going to run the show. I just too much on my plate right now. And I said, no problem. And then she immediately took it and ran with it because she can't help herself.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens.
And she's been amazing. And so she's done a lot of the recruiting herself and bringing people like Hadi Baratza in, who is done just a masterful, amazing job at the social media and promotion and design. That we brought the decorating team, our graphic designer, Elizabeth Lones is how you pronounce her last name, Lones. Seen a recruiter. She's been amazing in putting the graphics together for the gala. So it's just been something that's really kind of come together, and the community has just really supported it. So we've got these problems at Memorial Hall. We came up with this fundraiser called the Gala to help really spur a significant chunk of fundraising. And
so I think it's going to be the party of the year. It sounds like it's sort of Gatsby 20s themed, right? So it's got that like 1912 through that like 20th century and 20s vibe, which I love. You guys have even put out links. If you check out their social media, there's even links about like where you can shop for period costumes if you want to like really go big for the night, which is kind of cool. Tickets are $150.
Budget friendly costumes and dresses. A website is on our Facebook page. It's all the information's there, and it's just a great resource as well for everything.
Nice.
We realize we're not doing, without Sam here, we're not doing a good job of putting the links in the
links
thing.
and all that. Yeah.
So let's just do a quick rundown of the basics, please. So what's the date of the gala? So
October 14th.
Everybody right now, mark your calendars, October 14th. You're busy. This is probably a Saturday, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Saturday evening.
Saturday night.
And so there's a 20s theme, and I'm going to pay a ticket. It's going to go to fundraising, maybe wear a costume. Is the costume and all of that mandatory, optional? Like, what's the vibe on that?
It's technically black tie optional.
Okay.
And with a Gatsby theme. So, kind of, it's up to you. It's not mandatory at all.
Perfect. Now, am I throwing a cheeseburger on the grill before this thing? Is there food there? What's happening?
Well, there is a cheeseburger pre-party that, but
on your new deck, maybe.
Right? Yeah, that's it. So we will be having heavy apps, and each ticket includes 2 adult beverages.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Or mocktail, whichever you choose. And La Cuchara, Emily and Lorenzo are catering the event.
Nice.
So we got the menu about a couple of weeks ago. It looks amazing.
Of course it does.
So heavy apps, sweets, things like that afterwards as well.
Fantastic.
And there's live music. I saw a 17-piece.
17-piece band, the Cape Ann Big Band.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Oh, goodness.
Are unbelievable.
Amazing.
And what time does this all go down? What's
So
the
doors open
event?
at 6 and it starts at 7 till 11.
Nice,
Good-
7 to
good-
11. Oh,
Good
that's a good
question from
question.
Melissa. Good question from Melissa. Is it 21 plus? Who can go? Who's the right audience for this?
It's as far as I know, it is not 21 plus, but I think that's probably going to be the bulk of that's going to be the main.
Yeah, it's
I
going to be an
think it's-
adult themed event. Because well, not adult themed, but it's going to
What kind of game is this? All of a sudden,
Somebody tweeted something out right there.
tickets are $500
for
each.
adults. I mean, the tickets are 150. It is a fundraiser, so
It is a fundraiser, right?
it's probably not a giant family night out. So,
Yeah.
get a
So
sitter.
you buy your tickets, Jen, and yeah,
Mhm.
maybe it's $150, but now
Yeah.
all your worries and plans go aside. You put yourselves in the hands of
Yeah.
this committee. You have a fantastic
Yeah,
evening in
totally.
Melrose. Oh my God, it sounds fantastic.
I also heard a pro tip. So tickets are available on the website, on your website.
Yep.
But you can, if you want to save a couple of bucks to put towards your outfit and costume, you can buy tickets without the online fee from Miter Biter.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
And you can save unfortunately, we have nothing to do with these $10 per ticket surcharges
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
brown bag tickets and virtually every ticket
Yeah.
vendor has.
As a
So
fee.
we wanted to make it. Now you're talking. I mean, it's a substantial amount, another $20. So we want to make an option to buy them offline. You could do that
Yeah.
at Miterbiter.
Okay, that's great.
Sorry
Yeah,
about it.
I'm gonna save that $20 for my
Yeah.
hairdo or my costume or something.
Also, Miter Biter is my go-to framing shop. And so we had some graduates this year in the house, and it's a great place to go and get the diploma framed or a piece of art or anything you want. So that's my go-to. It's a great shop, and that's great that they're doing that. And
Love it.
making that.
Jim Halligan is the
Yeah.
owner of Miterbiter. Couldn't be a nicer guy. Big Red Sox fan. Is a pro over and his team. They're true artists over there.
Yeah.
I just had 2 prints framed over there myself, so they did a great job.
You know, they are artists because I go in and I go, this is what I want. I don't know. And then they show like 3 or 4 options and they already know which one I'm going to like.
Yeah.
They are pros.
They know the right answer.
You put yourself in their hands, you're in good shape.
That's it. Leave it to the professionals. Exactly.
That's right. That's right. So, Bill, what else is going on? What's happening with like the Rotary Club?
Yeah.
It's summertime, so I mean, Rotary Club's meeting. There aren't any major events happening. You know, we do. We're always volunteering at Bread of Life on a monthly basis, and we help serve down there. So that's ongoing. I think what's neat about Rotary is we're starting to get some new members, you know, post COVID that are coming in and really adding a lot to that group. Stephanie Nelson's one, you know, who's come in and injected a lot of energy. How can Stephanie not?
Right.
So Rotary is doing great. We're always looking for new members. Basically, it's just, you know, the requirement is you want to be able to give back to your community. You know, that's pretty much it. And it's just I've been a member for, I don't know, 10-ish years or so.
Wow.
And it's just, I don't think there's a better way to get to know a lot of, you know, business leaders, business owners in the Melrose community. So, you know, if you're looking to get involved with an organization, we meet every week, usually at Melrose Memorial Hall.
Yeah.
And we have lunch together, and it's a great way to connect with people you don't normally see here.
You guys do meetings. You guys do meetings right. You have lunch. You always have an inspiring speaker. You know,
we sing to guests that come. I mean, come on, they get
Yeah.
you know, fellow Rotarian gets serenaded by the Melrose Rotary Club, which is
it's a great group of people, like-minded people. Everybody like doing great work in the community. Yeah, you guys are a great group.
Yeah.
And also one of the most important, like you said, it's about kind of giving back to the community. You volunteer, some of the things that you mentioned, but you're also a really important source of small grant funding to a lot of our arts and cultural and cultural and community organizations. You guys have funded a lot of great work in the community too that way. So we really appreciate it. And especially to groups that might not qualify for in other areas. Like you guys have been really supportive of school groups and teams going off to major competitions. You've been super supportive of Destination Imagination, things like that, where there aren't often other funding sources for kids and young people that are doing great work in the community, or have these super achievement opportunities before them where they have to fundraise to get to another level or something. So that's really, really important that you guys do that too.
Yeah. No, that's why we exist, and there's just so much involved, especially with students and education, and we have a student exchange program that I think we do a better job of kind of getting out the word, because they are just tremendous resources for it's a worldwide organization.
Right.
That I think if more people knew about that, I think more people obviously would be able to benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Rotary's
Okay.
trucking. It's
Yeah,
truck.
it's good.
Nice.
They're a sponsor of the gala as well. So I think we're starting. So we had a meeting today, and we're starting to see a lot of corporate sponsorships come in. So that there are sponsorships available for the gala, and there's also legacy sponsorships available as well. So if you had a family member who is a veteran who passed away, didn't have to be killed in action, but is just someone you want to remember at the gala, there is an opportunity to make a donation and then have their names engraved on a plaque that will sit.
That's so nice. That's brilliant and really nice.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the fundraising goal? Do you have a specific target you're trying to hit with the gala and some things that it might go to, or is it just sort of general fundraising at this point?
Yeah, I mean, if the goal on the spreadsheet is a little different than the actual vision, right?
Yeah, certainly.
And we have two different kind of we've got the overall kind of goal is to be able to really repair there's one corner of the GAR room, which is the upper level room at Memorial Hall that's kind of overlooks where all the seats are. So that's where we're kind of hitting first.
Gotcha.
On the interior, and there's one corner where the wall is completely coming apart, falling down. So the goal is to be able to fix that portion, that to try and get a number from a general contractor that'll be broadcast publicly has been a difficult task.
I bet.
But
I bet.
you ballpark it at about call it $100,000.
I was going to say, is there a number of people or tickets that you're hoping to sell? Is there a place where you want to get into the?
So the tickets.
Success?
So we have 87 tickets sold already. We sold 20 the other night at the which is a lot more than I thought, given the cost of the ticket. We're maxed out at 450.
Well, you were so charming. That's why. You're maxed out at how many?
450 is the cap.
Oh, okay.
It's the cap.
Good.
We're good for now, but I keep thinking that we're going to get locked out, so we have to buy our tickets.
Yeah, me too.
It's everyone who knows what they're doing in October 14th, much less tomorrow at 5.
Well, I know what I'm doing October 14th.
Yeah, me too.
And I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I know what all my friends are going to be doing. So yeah.
So good. Yeah, I think there's going to be a huge rush the closer we get to the date.
Once school gets started and people start looking ahead at the real life calendar and not the summer vacation calendars, agree.
Yeah, I think because we're getting a lot of chatter. Everyone's a lot of
Yeah.
positive feedback. Everyone wants to go.
Yeah.
There are some surprises I can't announce
Oh,
yet.
that surprises. How can you announce a surprise? That wouldn't make sense.
There are two things we're firming up that we think are going to be super cool. And we have to firm them up first, but two really cool surprises. Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. Well, that's a teaser plus.
Yeah.
You have not yet calculated into these sales projections the LTMM effect. So
Right.
So there's probably going to be a huge uptick, hockey
Yeah,
stick
like 1, 2, 3,
after this show.
6 more at least.
Right.
So I got to be careful.
That's right. Pace yourself.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, while we have you, Bill, I was just wondering, because I know you're a real estate professional and folks are always interested in what's happening in the marketplace in Melrose or even more broadly. So I don't know if you have anything you'd share from your sort of experience there that the viewers might be interested in.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, right now we are inventory challenged, even with interest rates in the 7s. There just isn't enough housing, especially in the under $1 million price range. Over $1 million is starting to slow a little bit, and it always does because it's August. And August has always been, for the past 12 years, the best month to buy a house, because people go on vacation, people are just tired, and it's always been an opportunity.
They got gala tickets they got to buy.
They got gala tickets, they got strolls they got to go to, and beer gardens. So right now we're definitely seeing a little bit of a lull in over $1 million range. Some stuff sitting that's a little surprising. Under $1 million, it's still, we just don't have enough homes for sale, and a lot of people are getting 5-7 year arms for a lower rate, because right now it's 30 years about 7%, and now they're getting a 5 or a 7 year arm in the 5s, and that's why we're seeing bidding wars and values tick up a little bit, about 0.5% per month, which is normal growth. A year ago, last spring, we were seeing 10% per month, and then we corrected last fall when interest rates doubled. So we're starting to climb up again, but it's tough for first-time home buyers who, I bought my house with 3.5% down and couldn't afford, to barely put in a new rug in the 3rd floor, attic. It's just tough for these buyers who are putting 5-10% down.
Yeah.
And they're just getting beaten out by all cash buyers and things like that. So I think August is the month for them. And, for the foreseeable future, we really aren't seeing any major change. Where, all of the industry experts nationwide, and this is fairly consistent throughout the country, are saying that, it's going to be just nice, even kind of tempered growth for the foreseeable future with tight inventory, because builders aren't building right now. They're taking a break. And for days, if you want to, you can't give an open-ended question to a realtor.
Right.
That's a great summary, though, and gives a sense of it. I don't really follow it that closely. I know some people just,
I don't
think
either.
about moving or what.
In Melrose, I'm not going anywhere. So
yeah, right.
I know, but there's people that watch it like as a hobby, like and you're just paying attention to the transactions, even though if you're not thinking of anything. But so that's good to have an overview. So if you were thinking of moving for whatever ridiculous reason, you might move. Maybe you're looking for another place in Melrose. I don't know. But if you're in the under $1 million range, now's maybe a time to get that out there and cash in. And if you're over $1 million, maybe you're.
That's the thing. If you're doing a move up to over $1 million, there's a window here. There's a window.
You could parlay that. Go from one house to another in Melrose.
Yeah.
People do that.
Oh yeah, people do that. We did it.
We
it.
did too.
We moved
Sam
4
just
blocks.
did it.
Yeah.
You upgrade and then later downgrade, and later downsize, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's Melrose. We're very lucky to live here.
Yes, we are. Yes,
For a
we
lot
are.
of reasons.
For so many reasons, all of which you've outlined, helped us talk about so nicely tonight, Bill. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it very much. Yeah.
Being here,
Yeah.
being here with us tonight. For all the things we knew who to call in. So yeah. So and is that your outfit? No, that was your day wear for the gala for ticket selling.
Yeah, that was
day wear.
one of my solicit wear.
Yes.
My promotional gear.
Gotcha. That was day wear. Yeah.
I may go. I'm kind of toying with the idea of the white jacket, black tie, black pants.
Look at that's sort of like a Godfather 2. Godfather 2 kind of.
Yeah.
Get the
A
white
designer
jacket.
would tell you, or a historian would say, well, that was only really for the formal events that started during the day, which brings us full circle why we're going to have the cheeseburger party on my deck at around
earlier. Okay, so you can wear that. So you can wear that outfit. Oh my gosh! I think
into evening.
I also need to hire a consultant for my. I need to do some historical research here.
Yeah.
Day makeup, evening makeup. It's gonna. There's a lot to consider.
Costume changes are encouraged. Very much. Anything goes here.
Good.
You know what? I'm coming in a horse and carriage. I'm gonna roll up.
We can probably make that happen.
I know. It has happened.
It has happened. Yeah.
I know.
I think the LTMM crew should roll up.
I think
Right.
so.
That's what I think. Yeah.
We might need to be doing a broadcast.
You're going to be hitting the red carpet and the step and repeat photography. I mean, you guys are going to have to plan your arrival at the same time. I mean, this is
we're already planning. We're going to have a meeting
paparazzi
tomorrow.
will be out.
Amazing.
Well, at the very least,
Tom Catalini is
he's already thinking about it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta get to work.
Tom's like, I gotta go. I got some thinking to do.
But at the very least, it gives us a chance
Dear
to put
diary.
I just had a power surge over there. My lights flickered a little bit.
Right. Tom's like, oh my God.
He's working in the basement now.
Yeah.
I was only going to say, at the very least, it's a reason to get up and get out in a tuxedo and to see people dress up and have a fun night out. And support Memorial Hall renovation, which is great.
And for the way we can get the community, this Melrose community, amazing community together. Yeah, I'm all for it. There's lots of different ways,
and for doing good. So, all right,
thanks for coming on. Yeah.
So, we're gonna go get our outfits planned and our big entry planned. And in the meantime, everyone, we will see you around town.
Thanks, guys.